Hey everybody, hey, it's Charlie from Swift Contractors Corner. It is Saturday, January 29th, and I'm doing this quick little special live thing real quick. Sorry, no notice. I wanted to get this done before I went to work today. I got an early load today I got to run, and then I got a later load I got to run. So I got to get this done this morning. So sorry for no notice. Uh, it's cool if no one's here. It's all right. And this is what's going to happen. We've been having this discussion about purchasing fuel and all that sort of stuff. You guys, you know that, and the best ways to do it. And a lot of things have been coming up. Excuse me, I got to sneeze. And then it went away. Go figure. It'll come back. Watch. It's going to just slam me. Oh, Lord, that one hurt. Anyhow, so sorry about that. So, yeah. So, we've been discussing how to purchase your fuel, things like that. And I want to do a quick breakdown because, we've had people say, well, I like to pay all my IFTA tax or my taxes due for fuel and mileage and all that up front. So I don't have a bill later on, at the end of the month that's, going to kill me. The only problem with that is you're going to pay those taxes no matter what. If you pay them now or you pay them later, you're going to pay the same amount. If you get a refund, you paid too much up front. If you owe some, maybe you didn't pay enough. But here's the problem with that thinking. If you're not simply purchasing fuel based on the best price for your route and removing the price of the tax from that fuel cost, you're not paying the best price. Doesn't matter because you're going to pay the tax no matter what. No matter what you do, you will pay the tax. And it's just how it is. So I made this quick little table real quick that I'd like to show you guys. Sorry for the short notice. By all means, go back and check this out. It's not going to be a long video, but I did want to get into this. So here we go. So what I did is I built. Oh, let me get rid of my little logo here. Sorry, guys. It's blocking part of the screen. Can't have that. So what I did here, let me make this big. No one needs to see me. I'm just smoking and drinking coffee anyhow. So what I did is I created a trip from the Sumner Terminal to the Jarupa Valley Terminal, right? It's a total of 1,157 miles. It's 144 miles in Washington, 311 miles in Oregon, 702 miles in California. If you look at the total taxes that are going to be due for this trip, it's $156.78. That's $10.16 to Washington, $73.71 to Oregon, $72.91 to California. Those aren't going to change. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter which state you pay IFTA into. Of course, Oregon doesn't. They have their road tax. So if you pay the IFTA into Washington or California, each state's going to pull their respective amounts, okay? So the lowest price per gallon with the pump at the pump price as displayed on the pump, that's going to show IFTA if they have it. Oregon doesn't, of course. So Washington's coming in at 4.099. That's at the pump. That is the absolute cheapest place that accepts COM data using the Fuel Book app. That is the lowest price I found in Oregon along the route from for the entire stretch. In Oregon, the cheapest fuel I found was 3.639. In California, the cheapest fuel I found was 4.369. If you remove the tax from those prices, Washington comes in at 3.605, Oregon at 3.639 because it doesn't change, and California down to 380.02. So the cost for the total trip in fuel to run that entire mileage based on 7 miles per gallon, it's just an easy number to work on, okay, guys? Bear with me. I know you guys get better and some get worse, whatever. We're going to use 7 miles per gallon. So the total cost, if I bought all my fuel in or less IFTA or road taxes, the total cost for fuel is $595.86 if I bought it in Washington. If I bought it in Oregon, it cost me $601.47. If I bought it in California, it'd be $628.42. Here's where it gets weird, right? So now you're going to pay this $156.78 no matter what. That's going to be paid. Whether you pay it now, later, whatever, it's going to be paid. So by purchasing my fuel in Washington and paying this tax for all those states, my total cost for that trip is $752.63. If I did it all in Oregon, if I bought all my fuel in Oregon, it'd be $758.25. And if I bought my fuel in California, it'd be $785.19. Because this number, this 156.78, is not going to change. It will always be paid no matter what. It's going to happen. This number is going to happen. Doesn't matter where you buy your fuel. You're going to pay this amount one way or another. It's either going to come out of your check on the third week of the month. It's going to come out at the pump price, whatever. You're going to pay this price no matter what. So what you need to do is purchase the fuel at the lowest price for the fuel and ignore the tax. The tax is going to be paid no matter what. So the cheapest fuel along this route is actually purchasing it in Washington State at $595.86 to run 1,157 miles at 7 miles per gallon. There's no gray. There's no anything else. This is fact. Now, if you want to change, you want to try and front load your California tax, hey, power to you. Just understand, if you want to front load it by purchasing fuel in California, understand you're going to pay this much more. You're going to pay, excuse me, I'm on the wrong screen. You're going to pay this much more. You're going to pay this much more, right? These are the prices no matter what. This is as of this morning at 8:25 Eastern time. I checked on the Fuel Book app. I calculated all the miles based on Google Maps from the Sumner Terminal to the Washington-Oregon state line, from the Oregon-Washington state line to the California-Oregon state line, and from the California state line down to the Jarupa Valley Terminal, running the most obvious route, I-5. So these mileages are pretty darn close. These numbers are absolutely accurate for today. That's calculating in the Oregon road tax based on today's estimate, the Washington State IFTA rate, and the California IFTA rate. So if you look at this, it's clear. If you purchased your fuel in the state of Washington, you will have paid $6, about $6. Well, let's just call it even $6, less than if you purchase your fuel in Oregon. And yeah, whatever number that is. I can't do math. It's too early, you guys. Bear with me here. And that's just reality. That's just how it is. It doesn't. Yeah, right, Matt. Like for real. Like Matt says, I love that app. No doubt. I'm starting to really dig it. I'm starting to understand it more, and it's doing much better. Hey, look, Rosie's there. See that woman? I love her. Gosh, she's always there when I go live. I love her. But yeah. So this is the reality, you guys. The price minus the IFTA tax. That's the number that matters. You're gonna pay this number no matter what. It doesn't matter where you buy the fuel. What matters is what you're paying for fuel. 360 or 3.605 versus 3.639 versus 3.802. The winner here is Washington at 3.605. Period. Hands down, no question, no real debate. You're going to pay the tax. If you want to pay the least amount for fuel, sometimes you're going to pay that 3 week, on week 3 or whatever it is, when the IFTA comes out that we get hit on our settlements, you may have to pay out a bigger chunk. But overall, you're going to save more money. That's just fact. So if you want to front load it and do that, that's okay. Just understand you're going to pay more for fuel. You're looking at right here. If you paid in California to front load your tax, you would have paid an extra, $30+ for the same fuel. I don't know. I don't know any other way to say it. Jeff may chime in and tell me I'm a moron. Let's see what happens. You guys, let me know what you think. Is there a flaw in my math? I did this pretty early. Let's see. We got a comment here. Let's see. Sorry. Uh, can you tell me why I hardly ever fuel up at the terminals as a company driver? Now that I'm a contractor, I'm always suggested to fuel up at the terminals. Why is that? So get this. Listen, we're working on some numbers right now. We're generating some numbers. I'm going to tell you right now, and let me make myself bigger here because I really want to keep. No, you know what? Just I want these numbers to stay here. I want them to sink in. Anyhow, understand this. When sorry, I got my cigar. I usually don't smoke when I'm doing these. But when they're sending you a fuel route, their suggested fuel route, they're sending you what they get as the best price for fuel, not what you get as the best price for fuel. Don't get that twisted. They are not doing you favors. They are doing themselves favors here. Look, our customer is here to make money. They're going to send you to the place they get the best deal on. That doesn't mean we get the best deal on. That's why we need to use apps like Fuelbook, things of that nature. And Fuelbook truly is right now probably one of the best ones I'm seeing, honest to God, because you can display the prices along your route and see the price of fuel less IFTA without the tax added in. That's the number that matters. And like Matt said, they're getting you, they're showing you the best price on their discount, not our discount. So we're working on some numbers. We're gonna come up with some hard numbers to show them, show you guys, what would have been paid if you followed their routing versus doing what we're talking about doing. So Facebook users. So from what I'm understanding, the only time it's truly best to try and pay fuel tax up front would be if you run a certain state regularly. I I I'm going to disagree with that statement, and the reason being is you're going to pay the tax no matter what. Pay the cheapest price for fuel. Pay the cheapest price for fuel at a reputable fuel stop. How's that? I don't think I can be much clearer. Oh man, I got another sneeze coming on. This is terrible. Oh, this early morning stuff, man, is killing me. Anyhow, pay the cheapest price for fuel. Pay the cheapest price. I'm going to say that again. Pay the cheapest price. You're going to pay the fuel tax no matter what. It's not going to change. It's not going to, either you pay it now, you pay it later. You're going to pay it no matter what. What matters is getting the lowest cost of fuel for reputable fuel. Because I've got a thing about really tiny mom and pops. They scare me for fuel quality. So I can't, I'm just saying. Matt says, and best locations I found to have the cheapest fuel before tax. And that's true in a lot of cases. So, and best I trust most of the time. There's a couple here and there I've had some minor issues with, but nothing major. But yeah, guys, I hope this helps. Pay the cheapest price for fuel at a reputable spot. And just expect to have to pay the taxes on the third week. Look, overall, you're going to do better this way. If you can't plan for that IFTA tax and you can't handle getting that a higher IFTA rate due on the third week, you need to look at the entire business because that 1 week shouldn't destroy you. You shouldn't be living paycheck to paycheck, week to week, you guys. We're businesses. We're trying to run a business, and week to week is not how we're living. We need to be able to stretch it out a little bit more. I understand if you're starting out and that third week hurts, but front loading that is costing you money in the long term, and this can add up to. I mean, this is one trip, so the difference between Washington and Oregon is $3. Let's call it. The difference between Washington and California is, or excuse me, 3 cents. per gallon, and you're looking at 20 cents per gallon between Washington and California. You're looking at a total. I mean, look at the numbers. They're black and white. These are numbers. This is hard data. So you guys do what you need to do, but I hope this helps explain things slightly better. We're gonna work on something even deeper on this, and yeah, let's see how it goes. If you guys have any other questions, hit us up on the group. Drop questions here in the group on the YouTube channel, whatever it is you want to do. I got to go get my truck ready and get to work. Sorry I dropped this video with no time and no warning. It's just something I wanted to get done. It was really bothering me, and I know Jeff is working on something bigger and better as well. So we'll be presenting something a little bit further down the road, but I wanted to get at least this basic stuff out there because there's a lot of weird information going up, and it's based on people's feelings, not based on numbers and hard facts. So that's what I wanted to get to is the hard numbers, the hard facts. And what do we got? Sorry, I got one more on here. Oh, just gave me a little, what's up? All right. Facebook user. I'm not sure who you are, but thanks for popping in, you guys. Thanks for following us. We appreciate you. Like always, be safe. Take care of each other. And we will see you next time here on Contractors Corner. Hey, heads up, we got Brett Stewart coming on Tuesday. He'll be here from 6:05 p.m. to 6:20 p.m. is all I got him to guarantee to. So beyond that, let's see what happens. If you have questions, there's a post up on the group in the Contractors Corner group for you guys to comment on, leave questions so we get them in ahead of time. And yeah, we'll see you next time here on Swift Contractors Corner. I'm Charlie. Peace out, y'all. Be safe.